What's going on, everybody? Man-to-Man football here, covering the Cowboys. My boy over here covering Texas Longhorns and everything else football here on Man-to-Man football.
What is up, YouTube? Today we are talking about Bijan Robinson. This was the 5-star number 1 rated running back in the 2020 recruiting class. Just in true freshman season, we saw a lot of promise from Bijan. Take a look real quick at kind of some of the stats, kind of some of the things by number, by games here. All right, Justin, admittedly here, Bijan Robinson did kind of start off slow in the season. If you kind of look at the stats as I kind of think back as far as how he played for the first half of his true freshman season, do kind of want to ask you real quick. I mean, as a true freshman coming in, the COVID, the limited practice and all that, do you think, I know we've kind of given Tom Herman a lot of flack for not feeding Bijan Robinson. Do you think that there was some time where he kind of had to get acclimated to the college speed, college system, all those type of things?
I don't think there's too big a difference. Like I could see there being a difference in like NFL level speed, but like college level speed, I don't really see that being a game changer. You see a lot of superstar talented guys go from high school to college and then just ball out. Yeah, the talent level is different because you were all there to work. So I do think that is a big difference going to the college level. So unless he had like a more of a personality issue than an athletic issue, I could see that happening. But we both know playing college sports is a job. It is not for fun anymore. You are there to make yourself look good, make your team look good. So that's the only way I could see that happening.
Yeah, and I mean, true freshman coming in. I mean, I know there's definitely some nuances there that he has to learn.
Yeah.
Pass blocking, running different routes, things like that, and yeah, another kind of point there is coming into the season. We did think that Keontae Ingram was the guy, and Roshan Johnson was a serviceable player too, and kind of as the season played out there, we saw Keontae Ingram kept fumbling, lost all the confidence, and then just kind of fully tanked second half of the season, which kind of led way for, Bijan to really rise up and show the promise going into, his future that we're liking right here. Justin, I'm not a super big stat guy, but when stats pop off the screen like this, they are worth mentioning. Bijan Robinson on the season had 86 attempts for 703 yards at a 8.2 average. He broke the single season record for the Texas Longhorns football program as far as yards per carry. There was a minimum 75 attempt requirement there. Obviously phenomenal. You look at some of the receiving numbers too, 15 receptions, 196 yards, 13.1 average. Get the man the football. There really is no rhyme or reason as to why or how. Just put it in number 5's hands. As I kind of look at some of the breakdown of the game by game numbers, his first real, flash or kind of breakout game, if you want to call it, was when we were in the stadium versus West Virginia. Bijan Robinson had 12 carries for 113 yards, 9.4 carry, 2 receptions, 38 yards, 19 reception. I remember that kind of the first play of the game there, he busted right up the middle. And then it was like we didn't see him for 3 drives.
Yeah.
And then he touches the ball again, and he's going wild down the left side, the spin move and the stiff arm and everything. And
comes back.
It was crazy, man, the whole Tom Herman thing. And it was like, even when he looked like he was our best weapon, our best player, it was like they didn't want to put him on the field.
One thing I did want to say is I'm more interested in next year's stats because this guy should have like 150 carries. So, man, yeah, Bijan is just a different animal, and I don't. We can talk about this all week. We've talked about it in past videos. We don't understand why he wasn't on the field, unless Tom was just like saving his career. But this Bijan is just a different world of talent. You can just tell he's got it. The guy will make things happen when there's nothing there. He makes people miss, and he'll turn 5-yard plays into 20 or 30 or
absolutely
even 60. Again, the guy needs to worry about not getting caught as often next year.
Break the long one, yeah.
But you can't. I'll take 60 all day. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, love it, absolutely. And then really to point out the last 2 games, just because it's the numbers alone are astronomical, and
Hey guys, if you watched the video this long, like, subscribe down below. We appreciate you guys. Jumping right back into it.
Versus Kansas State, he had 9 carries for 172 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's 19.1 a carry, Justin. Versus
That's it.
Colorado, he had 10 carries, 183 yards. That's 18.3 a carry. If you do like a little rounding up, that's back-to-back games with 20 yards a carry. I mean, just insane, the production. I don't even care who they were playing against. Like you could play against a D3 school and those would be impressive numbers, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. 20 yards of carry is unreal. So
Unreal. The receptions too. I mean, we're talking about 18.5 a reception, 17 per reception in both of those games as well. Really came on strong with 6 total touchdowns in those last 2 games. Obviously, going in with Sark has such a big emphasis on his run game. As the play caller, he's never had a running back that's go under 1,000 yards. Just one more reason for us to be excited. Sark and the creativity and the run game focus. Bijan Robinson, man, I think a for real Heisman contender over the next 2 years before he ends on going to the NFL.
yeah, you think he can be a 2,000-yard rusher, Dylan?
If they give him the football enough, yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially if these numbers are what we can expect. I mean, obviously he's not going to have 19 yards a carry next year or anything like that. I mean, I kind of hope he does. That would be fun to watch. But
it's like, why are we even throwing the ball?
Exactly. Why not give it to him every carry at that point or every play at that point? But yeah, I think this is truly we throw this around a lot, but I mean the sky's the limit for Bijan. And the system will be there. He'll have plenty of talent around him. It's not like he's the only guy that defenses can focus on or anything. And I'm really excited to see how Sark uses him. Creative ways to use him in the pass game, screen game. All the different ways that he could touch the football next year. Like we've been saying, we're excited for Bijan, and we're going to kind of show some highlights at the end of this video here so everybody can see why. Because, I mean, this dude is a for real beast.
Yeah, these are all from last year, too, I believe. We were at this game.
We were indeed.
And he can catch.
He's got the wiggle and the power. We'll see some power at some point.
Yeah, just needs to work on that breakaway speed.
Yeah, if you're really looking for like what does he not do? He doesn't have the breakaway speed.
Yeah, he runs by people. He just can't get away from them after that.
He gets caught.
Yeah.
The stiff arm's nice. He threw that out a bunch this year.
Yeah, he's got a really nice little wiggle to him and great vision there. Just stay in bounds. No, I'm just kidding.
Wiggling down the sideline, dude. I love it.
Not bad at all. Man, that guy
Oh,
really keyed on. Yeah, lower his shoulder. Kind of that do-it-all. Oof.
yes, dude.
There it is.
Yes. 2 stiff arms. One wasn't enough.
Yeah, that was an 18-yard
And
stiff
I swear,
arm.
I promise he didn't go out of bounds there. I promise.
Yeah. He's just a bully on the football field,
he's
man.
a freight train, man. He's a freight train. I love it.
He's got the wiggle to him. He puts his shoulder down. Got enough speed. I wouldn't say he's got all the speed in the world, but I mean, great vision.
One of the guys that they compared him to during the recruiting cycle, Justin, was Saquon Barkley. He was kind of dubbed like the Saquon Barkley 2.0. So that comparison alone, I mean, obviously is huge praise.
Yeah. Maybe in 3 years, but I don't know about that yet.
He's not near as fast as Saquon yet.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe in 3 years, I can definitely see how they can compare him.
Yeah.
The guy runs phenomenal. Runs behind the balance, everything. But he gets caught.
There he gets caught.
There it is again. Yeah. He's got to be able to pull those away. Oh, my.
This is the hurdle where he
he scorpioned.
Yeah. I'd be dead on the field if that happened to me. Like, my back would be broken.
That looked awful. And he got a helmet to the back.
And he bounced right up like nothing happened. He's just ready to go.
It was just a good chiropractor adjustment. That's all.
That was
See,
like the first play of the game.
getting caught.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude is great at running behind his blockers and then just kind of exploding through there.
He got a little bit of that.
Ridiculous.
Is he patient enough for you?
Yeah, very. He actually looks for his blockers. He's not just like running for green grass. He'll like sit behind them and kind of give them a little nudge. You know, sometimes a little big boy. You know, those big boys out front. You know, they're not as fast as you, so they need a little extra little boost. So you got to put your hand on them, put it behind them, and just get you an extra 5 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Yeah, you
I love
can't.
the little subtleness in his quick. Like he's got the little quick cut. Just
I,
a little head fake this way and going the other way.
I love that people are getting their hands on him, and he will run through them. He's like,
Yeah.
if you're not using your body, you're not gonna tackle me.
Absolutely.
So even there, like that's a tried arm tackle, and he just kind of carries you for an extra 3 or 4.
Big true.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Sark does with this guy. I don't see how, if you're Bijan, you go anywhere else just because of Sark's running numbers. I think this is the year for Bijan to kind of show out and
Man, I hope so.
become a first round pick, man. You know.
Yeah, I hope so. You've been saying it for years too that you would love to see like a true beast of a running back at Texas, and
Texas has done a phenomenal job of recruiting receivers, and I think they just have missed a running back.
yeah.
They've recruited running backs. They just haven't turned into anything more than just a guy to hold the ball.
I really at one point thought Keontae Ingram was going to be that guy, and for whatever reason, I don't know, he just could never let go of like he'd fumble or make a mistake here, and it was like
the mental
he just held on to it.
Yeah.
And it affected him for the rest of weeks after weeks, and then he'd fumble again, and that dude tried to trip him, and then eventually you lose the trust of your coaching staff, and they don't put you on the field.
Yeah, 17.7 average there. But yeah, I mean I get it. Once you start putting the ball on the ground, I'll talk about it from kind of a Cowboy perspective. Zeke kind of looked like that early in the season. And it took him a while to shake that, and he kept fumbling and putting the ball on the ground and hurting our team. And
yeah,
that kind of that can demoralize you a little bit. But you have to have a short memory in football sometimes. Mistakes will happen. So, but Bijan doesn't make too many mistakes from what we've seen.
Yeah, from what we've seen so far, and I mean it is a bit limited as far as the sample size.
Yeah, when you're getting 10 carries a game, but. Man, we got some high school in here. I will say, his high school uniforms are ugly. Number 21.
You look at how just defined he is too for being a 17, 18-year-old or whatever. I think that's where a lot of the Saquon Barkley comparisons come in. Is he just? It's like he's just all muscle.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested to see. That's why I say 3 years, or I'm sorry, 2 years really now.
Mm-hmm.
I said in the next 2 years we got to see if his thigh. We got to have a thigh comparison.
A thigh comparison. There we go, dude.
So,
there we go.
Because that's the only way you can be Saquon-esque. Maybe you're not Saquon 2.0. Maybe you're like, I don't know, in the realm of Saquon, but hey.
Appreciate y'all checking out the channel, checking out the video. Man to Man Football here. Y'all stay tuned for more.